Oh, guys, Terra Luna Classic having an amazing day today. Testing 30,000 points per coin, falling back down to 24, up to 28, around the 26,000 point per coin mark as we're doing this video here. But let me tell you something. Here is the interesting part, and we saw a lot of this when Shiba Inu coin ran to 8,800 points per coin. The FUD, the mainstream media articles that you're going to see out there when you search for Terra Luna Classic on Google, they're already coming out against Terra Luna Classic's rise, saying that it will never hit $1, so don't get involved. Saying that there's no utility, so forget about Terra Luna Classic. And I want to address both of those concerns in this video, because I've read through so many articles today, and those seem to be the two biggest, I guess, arguments against Terra Luna Classic. And hey, if we can sit and have a conversation about them, talk about why, yes, Terra Luna Classic does have utility, and why, yes, it is possible for Terra Luna Classic to hit $1, then the conversation is better than just the fear-mongering and the uncertainty and the doubts being instilled in your mind. Doesn't make it any less risky, doesn't make it guaranteed, but it will absolutely help, I guess, calm some fears if you have them. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. My goodness, we are so close to 100,000. Just click that subscribe button. Thank you in advance for doing so. And I want to say, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit. You guys are getting between 6 and 12 free stocks. Guaranteed 6 up to 12. You're going to get $5 in free crypto, even if you make a $1 crypto trade. So make sure to check that out. And if you guys want a place to buy Terra Luna Classic, you've got a link in the description below for KuCoin. You're going to be able to trade Terra Luna Classic on there. It's not too late to get in if you guys want to. Yes, it's high in price right now, but yes, it can go higher. Also, you can trade it on leverage. If you're not afraid of margin, you can trade, I believe, up to 5x leverage on KuCoin. So make sure to check that out and get into it if you guys are interested. But let's address these two concerns here, because that's the thing. If you're watching a YouTube video, sorry, and they only talk about the positive, and they only talk about how LUNC's going to $1 tomorrow, and they only talk about the excitement, okay, it's great, but you need to be able, there's no difference in doing that and just saying, well, LUNC is going to 0. LUNC is a terrible coin. Terra Luna Classic has no future. You know, at a certain extent, the bulls versus the bears actually have to make an argument. And that's what we're going to go over in this video, because that is the most important thing. Dialogue, showing one side of the position, showing the other side of the position, and then allowing people to make up their own mind. If you guys truly believe that Terra Luna Classic will never rise from where it's at right now, I'll be the first to tell you, don't buy. Don't buy if you don't believe it's going to go up in value. There's nothing wrong with that. But at least you're going to be able to understand and make an argument as to why you believe that. Not just because you don't want to see it rise, not just because it's going to be difficult, or you're a crypto bear, and so on. So let's jump right into it and discuss this. The first argument is that Terra Luna Classic is never going to reach $1. And that's like what's trending on social media right now. Everybody believing Terra Luna Classic can reach $1. And I'll be the first to admit, burns are going to be necessary for us to reach $1. The main argument, the main two arguments that I've seen for LUNC not reaching $1 is simple math by that Michael Vander Nobody. And he's telling you that simple math, he doesn't even explain his simple math. But his simple math is that a $7 trillion valuation on a coin is unheard of. And look, I'll agree with that, okay? If you believe that Terra Luna Classic is going to hit a $7 trillion valuation, and you're not talking about 50 years down the road, that's going to be hard to achieve. I mean, it truly is. We haven't even seen a $7 trillion valuation in the entire cryptocurrency market yet. Why would we see that in a single coin anytime soon? I'll agree with that. No problems. But burns. The next argument that I saw, I don't know if it was from Cointelegraph or who posted the article, but this author was just going against Terra Luna Classic, saying it's never going to happen, and burns are useless. They referenced Binance, saying that these burns that take place are usually just from a bag that the developers are sitting on, and they're just for marketing and publicity purposes. Well, that's great, but there's a major difference when you've got the developers burning for marketing causes and when you've got a 1.2% burn tax. Just to give you a little taste, okay? This isn't going to play out in a linear model for Terra Luna Classic every day from here on out, but there, depending on the source you look at too, I'm going to take the average of all the sources I've seen, $2 billion in volume today. Terra Luna Classic did $2 billion in volume today. It's just a 1% tax. You have roughly, oh my gosh, I don't even know what $20 million, I believe, burnt in Terra Luna Classic in a single day. That is 80 billion coins at the current price. Think about that. 80 billion Terra Luna Classic would have been burnt today if today took place 2 weeks from now. Once that 1.2% burn tax is implemented, we are going to see 1.2% of the daily transactional volume for Terra Luna Classic being burned. If you don't think that the burns will continue on, you have to justify that. Don't just say that it won't work. Guys, the numbers are there. Is it going to be difficult? And will it increase in difficulty as the price goes higher and higher? Absolutely. A higher price for Terra Luna Classic means less coins will be burnt per US dollar. We understand the simple math. I believe there's very few people out there who don't understand the simple math that are willing to invest in cryptocurrency. So at least back it up with something if that's going to be your argument as to why Terra Luna Classic can't hit $1. The burns will begin, and the burns are the first step in the right direction. Now, this next argument is that Terra Luna Classic has no utility. It fell from the heavens down to the earth, lost all of its utility with Do Kwon and the developers leaving, and no more not staking, but pegging of UST. We understand that as well. But here's what we have. And and I like to equate it. If you guys watch a Marvel movie or something, or the Spider-Man movie, one of the first Spider-Man movies they came out, you know, they have that team that comes in and cleans up after all of the rubble and all of the destruction. They come in to clean up. That is exactly what we are seeing right now. Guys, we have an absolute mess on our hands with Terra Luna Classic. It did fall from the heavens down to the earth and was basically completely destroyed. We need to pick up the pieces. How do we do that? By re-enabling staking, which is exactly what has happened. That re-enables the voting power, the delegation, and the future potential for Terra Luna Classic. It's just the first stage. Burning is the next place. If you have all of this trash on the ground, all of this rubble and destruction, you need to get rid of that before you can begin to rebuild. And that is exactly what we're seeing with the burning mechanism that is set to take place in the next 2 weeks. When we start to pick up the pieces and clean up the area that we have, that is reducing the overall supply. That leads us forward to the potential for much higher gains. So do we have utility at this point? It is the bare minimum. It is just a fresh restart. Will it grow? If we continue to stay excited, if we continue to stay hopeful, if we continue to believe in Terra Luna Classic, yes, developers will come. More and more buyers will come. People will rebuild this blockchain from the ground up. So the utility, although it might not be here right now in the capacity that you want, the future, guys, when we have this blank slate, this blank check for what Terra Luna Classic can become, it is going to attract many, many, many individuals who see what we've accomplished in the extremely short period of time that we've accomplished it. So hopefully this clears up a little bit of the doubt on the utility argument and the, I guess, dollar or the high price argument that people are making against Terra Luna Classic right now. I'm not afraid to discuss it. And if you are still if you're still doubtful, it is okay. Terra Luna Classic is very risky. It might not be for you. I would never want to see anybody overextend themselves or get into an investment that they can't afford or that is going to keep them up at night and so on. It's not for everybody. It is risky, but when you usually have very high reward potential, you do have very high risk potential that goes along with it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And of course, if this button right here is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram, getting 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks on Webull. They say it's up to $30,000 that you can get. Don't expect $30,000. But nonetheless, you're getting $5 in free crypto as well. KuCoin, you can trade on leverage if you would like, but you can buy Terra Luna Classic there if you don't have a place already. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.